Today's B-side guests are the lovely duo whose sound and style can be considered a beacon of the Afro-Futurist Movement. Powerfully named after the Orisha, Oshun's beauty, brilliance, and vibrant flow fuses the very elements that the goddess represents with some neoclassic hip-hop soul. All I can say is this episode will be nothing short of divine. I'm your host, Queen GodIs, and trust me, you're gonna wanna stay tuned to B-side.
Same page, wavelengths. Hide your feelings, stay low, baby boy, it's okay. Go ahead and play games. We both on the same page, wavelengths. Hide your feelings, stay low, baby boy, it's okay.
I said I'm getting back to basics. I'm going, showing, improving. I'm psychic, seeing, sowing, and flowing in truth. And I be seeing past yo. And your lies eat your gold fruit casual. Suicide, you can die if you want to. I seen fire in your eyes. You can try me if you want, like I'm dire in disguise. Well, I tried to provide words from the wise, but I can advise or criticize. Deaf and blind, gon' cheat, and these girls don't lie, and your dad's deadbeat, and your moms won't cry for your sins, and now you want revenge, desensitized to the victimizing of women. You just tryna these dudes just wanna
oh, you Shango, you won't go. Tryna get in my Oshun, boy, that's cute. You think it's that easy? Just a little teasing, just a little squeezing. You be feeling, but don't even know the reason why you feeling for me. I got that vibe, huh? That ride or die, huh? Stimulate your mind, huh? But then it was too much. You just tryna, you think you fall in love if you keep messing with me. Talking about our past lives, thinking about the future. And I scared you cause the last time you felt it wasn't you. You know I got that real thing and you don't think you're ready. So you're suppressing energy, but going steady. I'm just tryna, that ride or die, huh? Stimulate your mind, huh? Yeah. I got that vibe, huh? That ride or die, huh? Stimulate your mind. I got that vibe, that ride or die. Stimulate your mind. Stimulate, 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 stimulate.
go. So our guests today are 19 years old, from DC, both in college, are social activists, and more than just a group, you are there's a sense of sisterhood going on. So in the spirit of sisterhood, I want you to introduce each other and tell us something about the other that you find really special and or challenging.
Okay, so this is Nyambi.
Hi.
She's hi. My sister, my best friend. Something amazing about her is that she literally, I mean, this is a cliche thing to say, but like whatever she sets her mind to, she does it. It's beyond the music. Mm-hmm. She plans parties. She's the best party planner I ever met in my life. She's very, okay, how can we attain this? Let's do this, 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 and this. She's a businesswoman. She's about her business. Something challenging is that she's a little bit of a party animal. And I think I'm like the woo-saw one. Mm-hmm. So she'd be like, let's go party. And I'm like, can we just meditate?
This is Tondi. This is my best friend. You introduced yourself, though. That's not fair. Tondi is woo-saw. Tondi is peace. Tondi is, okay, I think that we've been running around a little bit too much. I think that, like she said, we should just meditate. Let's go to the park. So Tondi,
so right, there's a good balance.
Yeah, she's very balanced. And that's just, I think, she's just very fluid nature. I mean, we both, we're water, so like we both are, but like Tondi's really just like, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way. And love.
All right. Well, will you do us the honor and introduce these handsome men in the background playing for you, and tell us a little bit about how you all got together, how long you've been playing together?
So this has been our official band for only like 2-3 months now.
Oh, wow.
Basa on the keys was the first edition. Yes. This is our brother, and I don't know, what's the question?
Just who he is. Basa on keys.
Basa on the keys.
Yes.
Compton, Timberwolf on the drums. Right. Although Basa was the first one officially in the band, we had played with Compton a couple of times before. And
he's great.
He's awesome. And then
you're awesome.
And then we got Joe Hendricks on the
giving it That's a special name.
And yeah, these are just our brothers, man. Like this is just beyond music. Like this is really our family. Like
our brothers, our protectors, our fathers. It's like, I mean, obviously not our dads, but like shout out to my dad. But anyway, like they're like our men. We have 3 husbands.
Well, in the spirit of family, you do seem, okay, we're going to come back to that later. But in the spirit of family, you seem to have a strong sense of foundation and also who you are, where you come from. Your recent project is called Kecia, which is a tribute to the earth goddess, right, of fertility. And then your name is Oshun, which is a nod to the Orisha of romance, love, beauty, and who's associated with water. Tell us a bit about these names and what they mean for you and how these strong presence show up in your life and in your work.
Well, we are we live by the principle Sankofa. And Sankofa basically is saying that you need to know where you come from to know where you're going. And so with that being said, it's easier said than done, especially, being Black people in America, because so many of us don't really know, our past or where we come from. So it's kind of, really easy to just be like, okay, well, I'm here and this is where I am now, and it's okay. And so what we're trying to do, like with, reincorporating, Yoruba and Akan and like different African spiritual systems and culture systems in our music and what we do in our activism is just reminding people of a piece of history that we just really don't remember. It's not that we don't know it. We just have to activate that part in our minds, in our hearts and our souls. And it's a lot of people, they're like, oh, Oshun, like they don't even realize that it's familiar to them. And then they listen to us and it's like, you know what I mean? Like you remind me of something that I don't even understand why what it is.
Right, and even beyond that, like having a name like Oshun gives people an incentive to look up who Oshun is. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of people have learned about the Orisha through us, you know what I mean? And not even just be like, oh, we put you on, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that's part of the mission.
Each one teach one.
Each one teach one. And the reason we call the project Asaseya, like, people don't even know how to pronounce that. But that's cool, because then it's more incentive to be like, well, what is that? You know what I mean? And putting people on. And we talked about this before, like, my name is Tondi, and her name is Nyambi. So, like, our whole lives, we've always grown up with people having to learn about us and having to learn how to pronounce our names and doing the research on where our names come from. And it's just, I think there's power in that, and having a name that's not, you know, something that's recognizable to the bare eye. So.
Right. Well, there's a lot of power in names, and as beautiful it is, sometimes it can also be heavy to walk in the shoes of these great people. Tell us about some of the challenges that you might have faced by choosing to carry this presence with you. Just one or two.
Just one or two.
Well, I mean, one of the challenges is that some people don't understand it.
Right.
Some people do see it and be like, what, you into that voodoo stuff, you know what I mean? Which is not true, you know what I mean? And then there's people who kind of take it as us trying to throw something on somebody, you know what I mean? We're not really trying to convert anybody. We're not trying to make people absorb a culture, you know what I mean? Because we're growing. We're on our own spiritual journey, so we're still learning and taking and adapting to what we see in our path. But yeah, I guess it's just the misunderstanding that's a challenge. But then the beauty of it is that we get to connect with so many people, you know what I mean? Like, being able to go beyond just like an American context and being able to connect with people throughout the diaspora, like, that's super dope. Like, being Oshun and then having fans in Brazil, like, what? That's so cool. What?
Right on. Well, names have power, and I know the selection process for names of groups and names of songs and things like that is something that you clearly are thoughtful about. And that being said, we're going to go into the next song, which is called Stay Woke. And we're going to talk about that a little bit after you go, you know, when you're done and rock out. All right? So wake up, audience. Stay woke.
5 more minutes, my dream ain't finished. I don't feel like getting up today. The world's too cold, don't got clean clothes. I'm too scared to face the truth today. But I still gotta get up, cause my dreaming tells me so. Reflecting truth and faith like divination from the soul. It's tiring but better than awake like funerals. They're trying to keep me sleeping dumb cause that's what's comfortable. Catching Z's while they alchemy in pupils closed. I'm not living life asleep so Tondi staying woke.
Stretching, yawning, feeling for the comfort of your sleep, sleep, sleep. Yeah. Stretching, yawning, feeling for the comfort of your sleep, sleep, sleep.
Picking and choosing when you're conscious like narcolepsy.
Think you equal in the pot, they say it's melting.
Saying you righteous but you pray at the master's church.
And when you're told about yourself, you get your feelings hurt. Well, face
the truth,
find comfort in the day. The sun will rise
and dreams will fade away.
I served my sentence and I'm glad that's finished. I see the world is waking up today, folks too bold and old spirits growing, shining light upon the truth to die. So now it's time to get up, cause my dreaming tells me so. Reflecting truth to fake like divination from the soul. It's tiring but better than awake like funerals. They're trying to keep me sleeping dumb cause that's what's comfortable. Catching seeds while they alchemy, eating pupils close. I'm not living life asleep, me I'll be staying. Whoa, staying, whoa, staying. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
wake up, wake up, wake up,
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
So many years ago, there was a movie called School Days, and at the end of that movie, one of the main characters says, "Wake up," and he screams it from the top of his lungs. And here we are in 2015, and your music has that same message. In what ways do you feel like we are not awake? And what do you advise? What is your music? What's the message in your music to help people to not only to wake up, but to stay woke?
To stay woke.
I'm sorry, I'm just like bursting because I'm an Africana Studies major.
Yeah.
So like, no, but I mean, I think that one of the big issues is that a lot of people are distracted. We think the issue is here, but the issues are really over here. You know what I mean? We are so stuck in this context. You know what I mean? I mean, the obvious issues that are going on: police brutality, institutionalized racism, mass incarceration. These are issues that exist in our society and in our people. But a lot of times you're either very passionate about those things and then you want to blame, well, I don't know, I don't want to put something on everybody, but a lot of times we feel like we need to blame. But for us, going back to what we said earlier, it's about Sankofa, it's about knowing where you come from, and then it's realizing that we don't even really need to be worried about Babylon or any type of oppression, because we are kings and we are queens. And that's really the message for us, is wake up and realize your self-worth, you know what I mean? And once you do realize who you are and you have knowledge of self, then it's kind of like the point of being asleep is it's gone, because once you know yourself, you know that you can't sleep, because it's not in your nature to be asleep. Once you have found your consciousness, once you have found your state of being awake.
And we know that in this world, that journey can be challenging for a lot of reasons. So I want you, Niambi, to tell us, what was it like when you felt like you woke up? I mean, can you identify a period of time when you felt like you were not present, conscious, awake, and what helped you to transition into being what you consider awake?
Well, I think that I have I had a very special situation growing up. I came up in a household. My mom, practiced Yoruba and Akan, and like I was exposed at a very young age to African retention, and just like even if we didn't know where exactly in the diaspora we were from, where exactly on the continent we were from, we knew that our roots were there. And so my mom and my dad just did a really good job of instilling that, self-worth and self-love in me. And I think that, so I had that as my foundation. My culture is your foundation. And so what my journey was, going into public schools was, now I want to get away from that. Like, I want to assimilate. Like, why are you, forcing this culture and this diversity on me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be, like, just normal. So it was something that I really, like, it wasn't until towards the end of high school that I stepped back, and I was just like, I was just very grateful that I had something to reference, that it I don't know, it was just a very, very different. A lot of people don't have that, you know what I mean? Have something to step back into. Like, I chose to leave. Like, I was like, nah, but like, all right, Oshun, peace, like. And not that, like, I went to find anything else, but I needed to explore. And I needed to, like, go and see what the world was like and remember why this was my foundation.
Gotcha.
So
I said earlier that you were 19, and then Tandi looked at Niambi like I had said something off. So somebody like not 19?
I'm 20. I just
You're
turned
20. Oh, so you crossed the
I'm in my
threshold.
20s.
Yay, welcome to the other side. Okay, so but let's talk about, you're fresh off the teenage block, right?
Right.
And so we're talking about some really strong concepts here. And for a lot of your peers, some of whom may not have households where there are parents at all or any like role model, what are some things, humbly, right, that we can say to this generation, the next generation, that they can do on a regular basis to gain a sense of who they are and to feel empowered? What are some things that we can like access? Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's just everything that you need is here. It's about, like you said, access. It's about activating that within yourself. So really, it's just taking the time to kind of forget about all of this, you know, in the physical and reflect, you know, look inwards. It's just, okay, I'm gonna take a time, even if it's just 5-10 minutes a day, to just sit and be still and just listen to yourself, listen to your thoughts. You'll be amazed what you'll tell yourself, because it's just about you know what I mean, giving your mind the space to communicate with you, your spirit the space to communicate with you.
Yeah, I mean, just to reiterate and, you know, say it in different words, I guess. Everything starts within, you know what I mean? The internal is a reflection of the external and vice versa. We are all universes. We are all microcosms of the macrocosm. So once you just sit down and like know yourself, you know what I mean? You can start with your horoscope. You can start with your spirit animal. Just like, who am I?
Right. Really,
it's beyond, before you even get to the culture, before you even get to the tradition, like, okay, I don't like the taste of cheese, so I'm just gonna accept the fact. I mean, that was a bad example, but like, once you, like, you just have to start within yourself, because it, like, you can't even really understand the human experience if you can't channel your inner self, if you can't channel being one with yourself. So, like she said, like, take a moment, breathe, go outside. Like we said at the beginning, I'm the meditate one. I'm the one who goes to the park every day. You know what I mean? Like, just take a deep breath, go to your favorite place when you close your eyes, and be you. Once you get there, and you open your eyes, you see that there's so many reflections of that. And that's how you access.
Well, on that note, I have had the honor and the privilege to work with some of the most enlightened teenagers on the planet. And I know that being a teenager is not easy. And so for those of you at home who are still trying to figure this thing out, I want you to meditate, as Tandi says, on the question, who am I? And as you're meditating on that, we're going to go into the next song. All right.
Somebody's always trying to tell you about yourself, but only you can process all the feelings that you felt that day when it hits the fan. Lost without a plan, wondering if you can or can't, yeah. Identity's completely spiritual. Your body's only matter, who you are is all your soul. Yes, you are in control of all of your perceptions and the beauty you compose. People might try to help you, but they don't know. People might try to hurt you too, but they can't, cause your entities won't let go of misinterpretations that lead to your frustration. Take back your mind, cause only you can know what's best for you when the truth unwind. Yeah, say you don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. heart and soul. Watch your head, heart and soul. Head and heart and soul. Head and heart and soul.
Watch your head, watch your heart, watch your soul. Cause I watch the clock talking, tic-tac your toes. Come in the form of friends, sent to expose your foes. Frenemies and enemies, both is identical. Lie. Beware of wolves in sheep clothes. Bros will snatch the clothing off your back and smack you 2 times until you bring it back in. Pop it for a real king, cause he got a stack. Yeah, he's whack, but you know all the facts. By the zodiac like this track record, yo, I'm holding that. You got all this wisdom that you holding back, cause he got the knowledge. He said you the river, now you dropping out of college. And you telling all your girls that he's popping, but you know your friends messing with him, even if it's in her head heart. You don't give a, cause you sleeping in his bed, start thinking that he's feeling deeper than or sweeter than anything you ever felt before. You thinking that it's time to get a little bit more serious about your building nations. He said chill.
And now you waiting on
Patience, you're patiently waiting for a hypnosis, a diagnosis. Like, who am I, God? Will you be my God? To guide and lead and protect, and I will never protest your judgment. I am yours. Only walk the doors that you open for me. Keep my eyes closed for your pleasure, cause I know that I will never measure to the man before me. You know I'm lustful and I'm lonely. Well, now that was the old me, and now I know me. And see, now I know I'm the river, I'm the ocean, I'm the rain. I know I'm the body, you the brain. I know there are things I can bring for our soul sustain, but I alone will still attain. I know I'm the river, I'm the ocean, I'm the rain. I know I'm the body, you the brain. I know there are things I can bring for our soul sustain, but I alone will still attain. So watch your head, heart, soul. Hey, heart, soul. Watch your head, heart, soul. Hey, heart, soul. Watch your head, heart, and soul. Watch your head and heart and soul. Whoa, 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 watch your
head, heart, soul.
Watch your head, heart, soul. Watch your head, heart, soul. Head and heart and soul. Head and heart and soul. Head and heart and soul. Watch your head and heart and soul.
So, audience, I want to make sure you got that message. Repeat after me. Watch your head, heart, soul. There you go, all of it. So clearly, you're beautiful, and I feel like a proud auntie. I'm sitting here, so you have to forgive me. I started performing professionally probably 17 years old, and so it's really awesome to get to watch the next wave of artists begin their journey. Not everybody, but I can say that some people make me cringe, but I really feel like a proud auntie. I want to ask you so let's go back into the music. So the project that's out, and we want everybody to remember this so that you can go on SoundCloud, or is it on SoundCloud? Or Bandcamp?
It's the new project?
The new project.
It's on DatPiff.
DatPiff.
It's on Live Mixtapes.
Live Mixtapes.
It's on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. And Bandcamp?
It's not on
It's not on Bandcamp. Don't go to Bandcamp.
Somebody also put it on YouTube somewhere, but download it though. Download it.
And it's free?
It's free.
It is free. There you go. And it's called the Saseya. I am a bit of a hip hop nerd and an MC, so I'm really getting excited when I start to see you like buzz into your flow. That's really, not everybody can do that well. So we're gonna talk about that again later. But let's talk about your musical influences, and I want to split this question up between the two of you. So Nyambi, I want you to talk about who has inspired you and why. And then Tandi, I want you to talk about some of the people from this current generation of artists. And I want you to name drop their names, because these are probably people who don't get name dropped often. All right, you got it? So you talk about who from,
So flashback, well, one, I got to shout out my mom. Like, my mom is, like, my mom, I mean, I know a lot of people say that, oh, my mom sings, but, like, my mom, like, sings. Like, my mom is a performer. She, like, I was touring with her. She dances, like, dance
What's
troupe.
her name?
Andaye. Okay. Andaiye. Check out my mama. But yeah, I was on tour with my mom, like, as a kid, and I mean, so she, like, listening to her music was just always, like, that's all the music I listened to for a really long time. And then my mom finally got me a CD player, a little Walkman, and a CD, and I had the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and that was all I listened to for like my whole life. So, and then I met Tondi. I mean, I already knew Erykah Badu, but like the love I have for Lauryn Hill is the love that she has for Erykah Badu, and then it just kind of was like, all right, so these are our moms real quick, and. But yeah, no, super huge Lauryn Hill fan.
Awesome. So we got your mama, we got Lauryn Hill, we got Erykah Badu, and I want you to talk to us about some of your peers who are artists. I think this is a really great time for young artists right now, and I've seen interviews where you've mentioned a few people who you really love and who are kind of like your buddies. So I want you to start name dropping them and tell us, you know, what some of the collaborations that you've done.
Well, I mean, primarily, like a lot of my biggest inspirations right now are like my friends. So you got your Chelsea Reject, you got your Bassa, you got your Buffy the Track Slayer.
Okay.
Bars.
Yes.
I mean, like, cause for me, I originally, like, I just started singing. When we decided to do Oshun in December of 13 is when I was like, I guess I'll try to sing. But like, I used to like start off doing like more like production. So I used to like make beats and stuff. So I'm more of like a musical person. So like Rob G, like, you know what I mean? Robert Glasper. Dang, that's a hard question because I listen to so much music.
I can name like 10 people off that.
Willow Smith, Khalil, Loaf Music,
Proda, High Class Hoodlums.
This is a very special moment because there's still a lot of people in the world who think that good music doesn't exist.
That's all
and they think that inspirational music doesn't exist. Like, you know, we are living in a generation where we're kind of coming out of the junk food music era, right? And there's so many people, and so I'm really honored to say these names. And so I hope the people at home are listening and maybe jotting this down so you can go and do your research and find out who these people who are leading the way right now. Right?
Word, Godmother.
And I just want to acknowledge the Bheard. Y'all are having a really good time with all these sound effects back there. So I want to ask you another question. In the spirit of Oshun, right? So Oshun represents romance, love, beauty, and the list kind of goes on. There's some powerful concepts that we all can stand to be reminded of in our lives. I want to talk about love. Yeah. So before we started the show, I asked Nyambi I asked Tondi. I'm not sure which way I asked it. I'm gonna switch. I asked you to tell me who you would pick for your sister friend here. Who do you feel like is worthy of her, and what kind of qualities this person would have? Because we know that as students, educators, musicians, that we have a full life, right? And so balance is good. So if you could, I'm going to swap it now. I'm going to ask you, Nyambi, to tell me if you could choose the ideal partner for Tondi here to represent the spirit of love, which is a principle of Oshun, what would those qualities be?
Okay, so first of all, Tondi's man will be just the most spiritually aware, like on some, like Tondi, I feel like is so spiritual, like so like peaceful, so namaste, but like her man is gonna be like, no, like I don't know how to explain it. Like, he gonna be levitating. He gonna be like, yo, let's make a pyramid right here in the backyard. And she's gonna be like, okay. And they're just gonna both be so peaceful. But then also, like, if they gotta turn up, like, together, they're gonna do it as a unit. Like,
the turn up, yes. I dig this question. It was a total Bay question, yes. But the idea of having balance, when you carry so much weight in your work because of how your work responds to the weight of the world. And I do still see a light and a youthfulness about you. So I just wanted to acknowledge that before I go into my next question, which is about school. Right? So this is really important because there's a lot of young artists and a lot of people, adults in the world, who feel like you have to choose either or. That you choose your passion, the creative stuff that you love, or you choose the thing that resembles more of the structured 9 to 5. You happen to do both. And I want you to talk to us about what you're studying and how you balance your education and your music.
Well, okay. I am a double major in journalism and Africana studies with a pending minor and documentary film pending because we're supposed to be studying abroad, and if I want to study abroad, I got to pick between my minor or studying abroad.
What?
But I use what I learned in school for my music, you know what I mean? It'd be a waste of time for me to get an education at NYU and then not put that in what we're doing, because, I mean, it gets difficult to balance, you know what I mean? And I have to also remind myself that the whole reason, because we're from DC, so the whole reason that we're even in New York is for school. And I have to like remind myself that sometimes. And my mom be on the phone like, did you do your homework? And I'd be like, yes, Mom. But I don't know, it's like journalism. I feel like in terms of like lyricism, I'm like a storyteller. You know what I mean? And I think that has a lot to do with my interest in like reporting stuff. And then Africana studies,
We get it.
you know, but yeah.
Okay, so
Tell us what you're studying.
I'm
and
studying
how you
recorded
balance it.
music. So kind of same thing. Like it's a little more easy, a little easier, I guess, to balance our music and school, because same thing. Like I go to school for music, and I mean sometimes like God bless my Spanish class or like like my flamenco class that I thought was gonna be an easy class, but like was not. That like those moments like those, and I'm in those classes and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't do this. But then I'm like, oh, I have songwriting class, or I gotta do this marketing plan that I'm gonna write a marketing plan on the project that we just dropped. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of help, professional help at my school that to help further, you know, our music.
Gotcha.
And so we're really blessed and fortunate. But for people who feel like they have to choose, like you don't have to choose.
Right.
It's okay, what do I want? Like Tanya said, I'm very like formulaic. Like I'm like, okay, this is what I want, this is how I'm gonna get it straight
right.
up. So if it's like I'm trying to be a musician, and my parents are like, you ain't about to be no starving artist, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna show you this institute that even though it's kind of expensive, they give scholarships to show people how to not be starving artists. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's all about you manifesting what it is. You can't manifest if you don't have a vision. You need to take the time to envision what it is that you want, and then the moment you do that, it'll just, you know what I mean, it'll just start falling in your lap.
So you can't manifest unless you have a vision. So they're giving us some instructions, folks. And the first one was to stay woke, and the second one was to do your homework. And that said, let's go into this next song, which is called God.
Ooh.
He says that he's a God because he can see the God in me, God in we. Power in collective work and responsibility of higher order. Stand on the shoulders of our mother, father, sons, and daughters. God, he's teaching me prophecies, how to claim my property. Reclaiming what was stolen and rebuilding what was broken. No apologies. I'm restoring the hope and blessing the Pope and cutting these ropes from my people. Believing that we're free, believing that we can be anything that we want to be. If our eyes are opening and we heal the hurt within, remembering that I know I can. Be what I want to be. And if I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. I'll be where I want to be, and I know I can. Manifest my own destiny and bring forward the best of me, the best in me, the God that is blessing me.
He said we manifested Jah through supreme calculations. He taught me life was computation, and I feel vibration when I'm playing in his dreads. Wisdom mixed with knowledge with my fingers in his head. And his 9 is summer and my 9 is spring. He wears the ankh around his neck because he is a king. See, the ankh is a cipher in 2 sevens. A wise God in full circle, that's ascension. His love is a blessing, protecting me from misconception. Taught me never should I question my worth on this earth as a queen. Not just a human being, a breathing girl who's gift for seeing a reflection of Almighty presence. Interesting, my light is fluorescent, my moon is a crescent. Yes, he reciprocates the energy I give. Reminds me of the purpose that I hope to preach and live. I know I can.
I know I can.
Be what I wanna be.
Be what I wanna be.
And if I work hard at it,
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I wanna be.
yeah.
And I know we will
Lead the insurrection. taking, affecting like money collection. God is introspection. God is introspection. So y'all remember when we were like, even though it's 18 of y'all in here, all of y'all gonna have to.
We need some crowd participation.
Okay, so.
And also, y'all out there, we didn't forget about y'all. We love y'all. Can y'all join us too, even though we can't hear you? All right. So we gonna try something out.
It's like
Repeat after us, okay?
I say, I know I can be what I wanna be. And if I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. Say, I know I can be what I wanna be. And if I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. One more time, say, I know I can be what I wanna be. And if I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. And I know I can. Cause it was instilled in me. I walk with G, no industry, more than possibilities. And real, recognize real, and I feel some sort of connection, connecting me to you, the blue to me. Perhaps it's part of you that's mirroring my highest self, the depths within my spirit, those knee deeper than the Dead Sea, where life still exists. The beginning of these lives that we live, here in the center of self. God, that is well, born with the knowledge and wisdom and strength and the courage of health. Because the body is a temple of Inyame, son, one with the mother who brings the day. So she knows when it is daybreak, but she lays pave way, and waits for the announcement to be made.
So, you're from DC, you go to school in New York,
Yes.
but this right here is Brooklyn.
Yes.
And I can say you have your honorary Brooklynite stuff going on there. That's a compliment. Yes, I was born and raised in Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn Independent Media. There's an interesting thing. I'm going to say the word thing happening in Brooklyn right now. I want you to talk about Brooklyn, your relationship to it, how it encourages and inspires or discourages and annoys. All of it. Whatever comes to mind when you think about Brooklyn.
When I think about Brooklyn, I think about family. Like, we're not from here, but the moment we didn't even, after we came to New York, it was a minute before we was like, all right, let's go to Brooklyn. We was like, oh, NYU. Like,
Right, Washington Square.
Right, Washington Square.
Let's go to Union Square.
Right. And then like our sis Saba Jenga, who is another artist to look out for.
Right.
Saba Jenga just introduced us to some friends that she had in the music scene. We went to rap school, and like that literally just changed our lives. Like okay.
Well, what is rap school?
Rap school. So basically, rap school is a place that it's run out of our friend's home, and he opens up his space on Sundays for people to come and just rap, like just practice. If you can't rap, so what? Like if you sing, if you do poetry, like what I mean. It's just an open space for people to express their art and to vibrate with each other, and you know what I mean. Then
it's like
through
church.
that, right? It's like
And
church.
this happens in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. It happens in Brooklyn. You look it up, rap school, SKOOL, and it's lit. And
through rap school,
we met everybody, like anybody that we know from Brooklyn right now, like we
like
know.
even them is like not necessarily directly, but
an extension of somebody we met through rap school, and so like. Just people in Brooklyn, like on the music scene, on the art scene, especially, because it's not even just music. Like Paris Williams, who made this shirt, like who artists, photographers, poets,
Vapor
like
Trails, which is our collective, our family. Herbie and Keegan all of the artists in Vapor Trails. Everybody look up V-Trails, soundcloud.com/V-Trails. You're going to find us, Russell Terrain, Saba Jenga, Nuri Hazard, Boss Carrot, The Aspiring Me.
Mad people. But like I think it's kind of different, like the music scene in DC. It's kind of, it's not, everybody's hungry, and it's kind of really easy to forget that we're family and that we can all, you know what I mean? It don't have to be one or the other making it. It's like we can all, uplift each other and transcend and ascend with our music. And I didn't really feel that until, I don't want to speak for you, but I didn't really feel that until I came to Brooklyn. I was like, yo, like, you like my music? I like your music. We can make music together.
Well,
like,
there you go.
And we're going to support, you know what I mean? Like, the support is just crazy. Like, so much love, so much love.
Well, I'm going to shout out Brooklyn. I said shout out Brooklyn. I need to hear some noise. Okay.
And also, we now both live in Brooklyn. So
Oh, you do?
we're
Okay.
Brooklynites
There you go.
officially.
All right, welcome. And so, living in Brooklyn, there are also some challenges here. There's, gentrification is happening. A lot of people are feeling displaced. My man on the keys right now is not happy about it. And I don't want to take up too much time, as I want to talk about more of the music, but how do the challenges of your environment affect your work, your creative process?
It's motivating.
Okay.
It really is motivating because it's like, especially in being like at NYU, you know what I mean? You're in, like, you see just the effects of these things so clearly, and you see how blind so many people are to the things, you know what I mean? Like, how many people just straight up don't know, how many people straight up don't care, and it's just like, that just really just drives me to, like, want to do this more, because it's like, it's the message is not being heard clearly. Like, it's like we still need to keep pushing so that more people are waking up.
Okay. Between your music and your education and the degree that you're going for, I want you to talk about what role you're going to take in the world, the community and/or world. What would the title of that role be, and how do you see yourself making change?
Well, we coined our own genre, Iya Soul. Iya meaning mother, priestess, teacher, soul, healer. Soul meaning, shout out Soul, my sister Soul. But anyways, soul meaning sun, soul meaning
Source.
soul, soul meaning source. So putting those two terms together, being a source for teaching, being a source for healing. And honestly, like, all I really want to do beyond the music is just heal my people. Okay. If I do that by making tea with somebody sick, I hooked him up with some tea yesterday or 2 days ago, you know what I mean? If that means, hugging somebody when they're hurt, you know what I mean? It's beyond the music, and the music is important because everybody loves music, and that's why we try to make quality music, and we try to be as best at what we do as possible. But yeah, it's really just being a source of love, being a source of nurturing.
And also, like, showing and proving through our own actions. You know what I mean? We can't be calling to action for other people when we are not, walking in those shoes that we want, everybody to walk in. We got to be eating right. We got to be, pouring libation or having, conversations with our ancestors and the Orishas, or, you know what I mean, asking for guidance and incorporating our family. You know what I mean? Like, all of these things that we feel like are integral to uplifting a community, and so many things that we feel like we have forgotten, we have to invite those things back into our lives. And just by us doing that, other people, oh, what's that? Oh, what you do? And just, you lead by example.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some of the other people who have led by example. You're doing hip hop, and one of the things that I like to stress is that with hip hop, it's really important to know hip hop history. Like I said, I'm a hip hop nerd. A lot of people participating in hip hop don't have any idea what happened 10 years before. So we're going to do something a little bit fun. I'm going to throw out some names, and I want you each to just give me one word association that you make. Even if you've never heard this particular name before, I just want you to just, act like you know. You ready? Okay, here we go. The first name on our hip hop list is Missy Elliott. One word.
Work.
Work. There you go. The next name on our hip hop list is Eve.
Hair.
Short hair.
Okay. Azalea Banks.
Mouth.
Okay.
Not she lit, but she got a mouth.
Okay. Yo-Yo.
Ma.
That's interesting.
That was very good.
That was a good save, Tati. Lil Kim.
Halloween.
Oh,
She was Lil Kim for Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj.
Lil Kim.
NYU.
Okay. NYU.
Because in her new song with Beyonce,
She shouts out NYU?
She says brain, like NYU.
Oh, like NYU. Oh, nod to education. Okay.
She just said NYU.
We're going to keep going. Roxanne Shante. Just act like you know.
Shimmy Shake.
Okay. And Queen Latifah.
Ooh.
The head.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
UNITY.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good one.
Oh,
I'll
my
take
gosh.
it. I'll
I
take
wrote a
it.
whole
And the
paper on
last one is going to be a tricky one, but I need to throw it in here anyway. Hey, MC Sharrock. Throw out a word, and then I'll fill you in. Mike, good. She happens to be one of the first women to touch a microphone. She was performed with the group Funky for. I'm losing it. For Plus One More. She was not the one plus one more. She was in the four. She makes that very clear. And they were the first hip hop group to perform on Saturday Night Live. Ooh. And what was cool about that performance was that the DJ is in front. And we know about the elements of hip hop, right? For those who don't, you can Google it. But the DJ was a premier element of hip hop. And so that I want to segue into what other parts of hip hop culture do you participate in? I know that Tonda, you said that you produce. Is there anything else that you participate in hip-hop wise?
Like you mean like break-in or graffiti? Or like you mean like expand? I mean, go ahead.
I'm a hip hop head.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of am disappointed in myself out this quiz because I thought I was going to do better. But I don't know. For me, hip hop is culture. So the way that I dress, I think, is hip hop. You know what I mean? The way I wear my beats and be on the train, like. And I and I'm the one who's meditative. I'm usually like the one in public who's like, but like on the train, I just be like, Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? Gotcha. So I don't know. Hip hop is in my stride. Hip hop is in my afro. Hip hop is, and the thing about the power of hip hop is that hip hop is an amalgamation of black music. So you got jazz, you got African timbre, you got dance, you have blues. You have so much, and being that we are, you know, the new generation. I mean, the new generation is being born now, but being that we are at the forefront of this new wave for hip hop, it's important to realize what hip hop is. Like I said, it's an amalgamation of all black music, and it is that it shows how far we've come in this context. You know what I mean? And so. Us being us, even if we are doing a neo-soul song, even if we do an alternative song, it's still going to be hip-hop in the sense that we are black artists just adapting to what we have learned from our forefathers and our ancestors.
Word.
Well,
that was.
Yes. Hey.
Shout out to
I just want to say that I'm really proud of you and that I'm happy to meet you and I look forward to more and that you make a promise to me right now that this beautiful, like youthful bubbliness, balance that you have that I see that you keep that no matter what. Deal? Deal? Good. And so it is. To our dear Oshun, again, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your heart, your beauty, your gold with us. And to the folks at home watching, I want to say thank you for joining us in this very special ride. If you're like me and can't wait to hear more from this young duo, and we do have one more song, you can trust that things are only just getting started. To check out past episodes of B-Side, visit brickartsmedia.org/B-Side and connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at BSideBK. I am your host, Queen GodIs, and not only does good music still exist, but it transforms and uplifts. See you next time.
From my crown all the way down to the ground. Safe and sound and truly profound. Your shade brings strength to the blue that's around you. See, I found you in my mirror. Clearer and clearer, you drew me nearer, reminding me of the trees and the memories of mahogany family. Please, please, please. Chocolate taste of his neck, infectious. The way I sense my God's essence in brown lips so round as I lay down and think about the beauty of my pigment, skin, my melanin. I'm brown.
Curl my toes, rub my back, eyes closed. Let's meet again in the garden where earth is sin, sun is moon, brown is blue. I am your surrounding, brown all around me. Tell my niggas try me. I got my home, family. I got my home, family, and they brown skin like brownies, brown skin like brownies, brownies, brownies. Say, shout out all my homie trip to find the truth, and all my Brooklyn shawties with their chakras at that blue. One, two, shout out to all my Afro-Hebrews and the high class hoodlums out there rapping Lucha roots. Told me walk like a champion and talk like a champion. Rastafari, Zion, young lions, we black out. Watch us bringing black out and stack up on 5%. While my map out, yo, shout out all my evil, all my eagles and Orishas. Shout out all the Babas, all the yayas and the preachers. All my niggas, Jesus, righteousness defeats us. Feeding from the soul, blowing O's with my arm, wearing hipster conscious bro, conscious bro, conscious bro.
And if you haven't been problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but the bass ain't one.
If you haven't been problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but the drums ain't one. If you haven't been problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but the keys ain't one. I got 99 problems, but Tandy ain't one.
but Niambi ain't one.
I'm brown, 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 yo, 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 brown, yo, 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 brown, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 I'm brown. From brown all the way down, I'm brown, 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 brown.
Thank you for having the energy to give us today. We thank you in every single way. Until next time.
Until next time.
But if you want to wait for less time, you can find us at Oshun NYC. Oshun NYC.
Oshun NYC.
Oshun NYC.
Oshun
.com on Facebook and SoundCloud and Twitter and Tumblr and everything else, social media. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, B-Side. Thank you, Brooklyn Independent Media. Thank you, Queen GodIs. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Niambi. Thank you, Bheard. Thank you, everybody outside. Y'all just showed out. Y'all just OD. Shout out Kasim. Over here in the cut. Killing the game. What's up? What's up?
Brown, 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 brown.
Right?
Where are you looking?
Everywhere.
In ether.
That was beautiful.